So, oh man, the lighting in here is awful. Hold on. Okay, that's a lot better. So, I got a request to talk about people getting involved with other people's relationships, so to say. The topic was pretty much parents getting involved with their children's relationships, but I'm gonna just take it and say other people getting into other people's relationships. Now, I have a friend who has been with in their relationship for 18 years, roughly married 9 years. Like, it's a beautiful thing right there. And my personal opinion on that is that the reason that they were able to make it so long is because they didn't let other people inside their relationship. Yeah, you there's a limit that you let somebody in your relationship. That's why everybody perceives that your relationship is either good or bad. But it's on you to set that limit on how much you want these people involved in your relationship. Like, if you're talking to somebody in the same mindset as you, they're gonna give you the same information you done already thought about. And if you're talking to somebody who's miserable, they're gonna give you some crappy ass advice. Your best, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you can't express how you what you feel and what you think, why in the fuck are you still in a relationship? Why are you still sharing your body with this person? What is possessing you to stay? Is it because you have no self worth? You have no self value? Is it because you feel like that's the only person that's gonna love you? I'm gonna tell you right now, all three reasons is full of shit. This is bullshit. Why? Because you have to know what you'll stand for. You have to know what your worth is. And if somebody else don't, that's not on them. That's why it's called self worth and self esteem. I mean, not everybody's gonna see you for the butterflies and rainbows that you want to be. I mean, let's just be honest. Everybody's not going to see that. We all have faults, and we all have our ups and downs. I'm going to say it like that. We all have our ups and downs. And for you to be in a relationship with somebody, that's what it is, a relationship between you and somebody, not you, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousins, your friends, and whoever else you want to join into the family. Join into the relationship, because that's when people's relationships start fucking up, because you got opinions coming from everywhere about how to run your relationship. Now, why are you listening to someone else's opinion on how to run your relationship? If your relationship is that crappy where you got to take in that many opinions, you shouldn't be in it. Honestly, because the first opinion and the last opinion that should matter in your relationship is you and the person you're in a relationship with. So that should be the first person I talk to about any issues that I'm having in the relationship. And it should be the last person I talk to. Now, if I can't talk to you as the first or the last, I don't need to be in a relationship with you at all to begin with. I mean, this relationship is going to die. I mean, because all relationships start at a physical attraction. Everyone, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody that said got into a relationship, man, your mind is so beautiful. No, it starts physical first. And once that physical attraction has happened, it's only going to hold you but so far. It's only going to take you but so far. That's what I meant to say. It's only going to take you but so far. So if you can only go but so far with the physical, why not explore the mental, the emotional, the spiritual? Take it to the next level as far as you can go. Now, but if you get, I don't know, everybody's different. If you can't get past the physical, I advise you to leave out the relationship. If you, like I said in one of my previous videos, I say 2 years, but it takes you 6 months to really get to know somebody before they bad habits start to show. Because I got to show you my representative. So 6 months, a little of me will start to come out. Once we start spending the night more frequently and getting to that level where we're closer, you'll start to see more bad habits. At a year and a half, you pretty know this person and all the fucked up choices they make And the reason, you kind of know their ups and downs. At 2 years, you know if you want to deal with this person for the rest of your life or not. It just, because if you didn't make it 2 years, if you didn't make it a year, you're not gonna make it 2 years. So that's why I say 2 years. Now, to be honest, on my opinion, with me, as far as relationships, you let the world in your relationship, and the world is either gonna lead you one way or another. But it's on you to decide. On you as the person inside the relationship to decide, is this relationship worth having the world involved or not? And usually it should be a not. I mean, just go ahead and let's be 100. You don't want the world involved in your relationship. Why do you think Beyonce and Jay-Z so exclusive? Don't nobody know what the hell they doing except but they got a kid or two? Ain't she pregnant? See? That tells you how much I know. Ain't nobody into the intimate details except when Beyonce's sister did that shit on the elevator. And I think the only reason that was caught and that got brought out is because it was on the elevator camera. If that shit wasn't on the elevator camera, wouldn't nobody know about it. Nobody known about it. That's how everybody else need to run their relationship instead of trying to put your shit on Facebook, trying to put your shit on Twitter, Instagram. You need to handle it on the inside first. Fuck everybody else. Because at the end of the day, you're not sleeping with the world. And if you are, you a nasty son of a bitch. You sleeping with this one person that you are trying to build a empire, a life, a legacy with. You're not trying to do that for the world. You're trying to do that for your own happiness. And if the world can't get with it, at least you happy. And if they can, you happy. Like, don't sacrifice your happiness for and letting everybody in your world. Because it takes one bad apple to get inside your relationship and blow it the fuck up. One. So that's why, don't let people in your relationship. Just don't. Too many people, bad choices. And then look at who, and here's another thing. Look at who you taking advice from. If you broke and you trying to tell me how to get rich, how the fuck that sound? You broke and you telling me how to get money. Nigga, we both in the same shoes. And if you rich and you telling me how to get po, come on now. Really? Like, it just don't fit. Look at who you taking advice from. If you taking advice from someone like my friend, 18 years under their belt, and 9 years of marriage, and I believe 2 kids, I say believe, then that's something that's someone you take advice from. If you talking to someone who's in and out of relationships and just out there, you setting yourself up for failure. If your relationship failed because you took advice from them, that's your fault. That's nobody else's fault but you. And I think it's funny how everybody wants to be in everybody's relationship, but they don't even take their own advice. We have to start taking our own advice before giving it to somebody else. I'm learning. I'm no exception to the rule, and I'm gonna put that out there. Parched. That California got me on some other stuff. Yeah, like, you letting the world in your relationship, nah, that shit ain't cool. Your relationship is headed for downfall. If you got somebody you truly, and keyword, if you have somebody that you truly can see yourself going somewhere with, keep the world out of it. Because it'll take one bad apple to fuck up your whole shit. And I hate to say it like this, but sometimes even prior experience, even mothers can become jealous of their daughters and want to see the downfall of a good relationship that would benefit their daughter. It happens. If I can't have it, you can't have it. And I've been there. I've been in those shoes in that relationship. I've also been in a relationship where me and the father didn't get along for whatever reason. I mean, I've done it, and both relationships didn't work because she had whoever in her ear, and she had whoever in her ear. I had whoever in my ear, and when somebody's talking to you about your situation, they always gonna bring up the most valid points in your situation, and not saying that everybody's out to get you, because everybody's not out to get you. Some people truly do have your best interest at heart, but again, look at who you taking advice from. You don't take advice from everybody, because it's like being on a football field and you watching the sports. You can see everything that's going on, but you being in a relationship, you can't see everything that's going on. So it's not a bad thing to take advice from people. Just be mindful of who you're taking advice from, because as the people outside the circle, we see the whole circle. You only see what's inside because you're inside that situation. But we see the whole situation, and not everybody's out to get you. But like I said, be mindful and careful. Not careful. Careful is not a word, but be mindful and careful who you choose to take advice from and listen to about your situation, your relationship, and what you have going on. Like, the dumbest thing you could do is try to learn how to be rich from someone who's poor. Like, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. If I want to learn how to be homeless, I'm going to go talk to the homeless brother on the corner. If I want to learn how to be rich, I'm going to go find me a rich brother in a bank somewhere where people make big deposits. I'm not going to go to the Bank of America. I'm going to go find me a bank where everybody make big ass deposits, and that's where I'm going to go figure out how to be rich. I don't, you think about what you're doing and who you put in your relationship.